So I'm taking some time today to come up here. I didn't have someone introduce me because I'm going to take the full time to tell you guys a story. Some of you may know me as your 2012 training director. Some of you may know me as a Wyandotte Jaycee. One thing you may not know about me is that I'm a Rotarian. I'm a member of the Wyandotte Rotary. And recently I had the opportunity at a local Rotary meeting in Wyandotte to sit down with Mr. James DeSena. He's a former mayor in Wyandotte, and he's now a city council member. And he leaned into me at lunch and he said, "Julie, aren't you excited? You now have a haunted house location. What are you guys going to do?" And I said, "Oh, well, this is great. I have the opportunity to go down the laundry list of awesome things we're going to do. We have sprinklers to fix, we've got walls to tear down and put up, we have paint, we have volunteers, we have Jaycees, we have makeup, I had all these things to do." So as I went through the list, he sat there intently and he listened to me. And then he leaned in and said, "I had no idea the impact and the size of a project that the haunted house makes. It's incredible, the impact that you guys make in your local community." Fast forward to a few weeks later, I got a phone call from my local chapter president, and he was so excited on the phone. For those of you that know John Deering, him being excited was pretty awesome. I was excited too. So he was excited on the phone. He said, "Julie, Congressman Dingell's going to come to our GMM." And I just said, "Wow, I'm impressed." And the reason I was impressed, little did he know, I was actually reading an email from the local Rotary where they said, "Hey, we're going to have him meet the candidates with all the congressmen and representatives, but we're having trouble getting Congressman Dingell to attend." That was impressive. I was very impressed by that. So the bottom line is, this is what we want to have as an organization. We want to have the name of the Jaycees on the tips of the tongue of the local representatives and congressmen, business people, powerful people in our state. Standing around the drink you found every day talking about the Jaycees. It is possible. It's very possible. We've already started that. But the main reason that Congressman Dingell and our local representatives and our business people value our organization is what I'm about to tell you. How we can make an impact. So I'm going to ask you to participate. You ready? I need to ask you guys a question. Who feels that they were completely prepared to take on their leadership role this year in their position? So not a single hand rose. I was prepared to say at least a couple of you. I have the great fortune to say that the training and development of this organization falls under the management area when it comes to the development of our leaders in our local communities and in our chapters, in the strategic planning side. I also have the great fortune to say that this year I served as your training director. And it's taken a little while, but through my experience in your local chapters, I've had the opportunity to talk to you about how to make a better impact as a training director, what kinds of trainings that we need. And so that's going to be a big part of what happens and what I'd like to do next year as your management vice president. The next thing is sponsorships and partnerships as a state organization. Just a few minutes ago, or probably about an hour ago now, we sat in a board meeting and we approved a partnership with a brand new organization that I'm so excited about. How many of you are familiar with Patch? A few of you. How many of you guys know AOL? Well, AOL Patch is now an official partner of the Michigan Jaycees. We are going to launch this at the next convention, and this particular organization is a news source of social media, blogging, and it's all locally sourced. All of the editors on their news source are local, they're familiar with your chapters, and they know what's going on. And it's an opportunity for us to promote it in our local communities. I'm very excited about this partnership, and a large part of the job of the Management VP is to work with the COGO Ready to implement the training and the work in the local chapters. One more question, participation. How many of you are familiar with the foundation, the Michigan Jaycees Foundation? How many of you guys know about it? Oh, I'm impressed. There's actually a fair amount. Well, that's good. I'm glad you know about it. So something we don't do as a state organization when it comes to fundraising is grant writing, right? We haven't really made it a priority to do grant writing as an opportunity for fundraising. It's a difficult topic, I think, and when it comes down to it, a lot of chapters feel the same way when it comes to fundraising. It's a topic that we have to approach and make a priority for our organization to build it up and do more fundraising. And I think through grants and working closer with the foundation, that's something that we can do. The last thing, and you guys don't have to raise your hands on this, but I'm sure you can tell. How many of you checked your phone at least once while we were up here talking? Many of you, I'm sure. So technology is a part of our daily lives. It impacts us every day. And as it being a part of our daily lives, why is technology not a super big priority for our organization? It really should be. Technology is key to moving forward. We live in an age where information is everything. It means everything for our organization. We need to take the approach and refocus on the importance of technology. What if at the next Boyne convention we had the opportunity to do an interactive scavenger hunt with our new members that had been there the first time and our first timers? Did you know there's an app for that? That's pretty cool. I just discovered that the other day. I was told that by one of our awesome board members. He shared that with me. So I want to say it's pretty cool. But we could then sit maybe in some of these awards programs or other times and take pictures of people and share it interactively on the board. What if we could do that? There's all kinds of possibilities in technology, and I think we shouldn't run away from it. We should embrace it and make it a big part of our organization. So with that, I just want to say thank you. I hope that you'll consider some of the things in my platform that I said today and how we can bring a value to you and your local chapter as a state organization. I think that that's really key. So thank you. Please vote for me on September 28th as your 2013 Management Vice President.